Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back for your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Quant Network as well as Nxra Allianceblock. These are two assets that I honestly believe are reshaping the world of finance together. We're going to be addressing how. So first, I do want to talk about tokenization. So tokenization has been a spotlighted term on this channel. I mean, it's a big thing, right? Like we've been talking about it for years now. And I think up until just recently, a lot of people didn't care about tokenization, and a lot of people were looking at NFTs and the world of tokenization as kind of a joke because of the NFT hype and stuff like that. But outside of NFT art or tokenized art, there is a vast world of unexplored potential and opportunity. Tokenization of everything will happen, and we do know that institutions are betting majorly on the future of crypto within real-world asset tokenization. Long one of crypto's big ideas, tokenization may finally be ready for prime time. Wall Street is diving in, creating tokens for everything from buildings to gold bars, one advantage relatively little regulatory scrutiny. So yeah, tokenization, there's not a lot of obstacles here, and institutions are betting big on it. And we even do see like create liquidity for things that aren't liquid today. We do know that as we really kind of look at real estate, right? Like real estate is a perfect opportunity for this. Real estate is an illiquid asset class worth $300 trillion globally. And within tokenization, well, you unlock liquidity for that illiquid asset class. This is the same around almost any major market out there. And I do think that tokenization is going to be a big one. In fact, Larry Fink said he's interested in tokenizing stocks and bonds back in March. This was a big one. We do see tokenization of asset classes offers the prospect of driving efficiencies in capital markets, shortening value chains, and improving cost and access for investors. At BlackRock, we continue to explore the digital assets ecosystem, especially areas most relevant to our clients such as permission blockchains and tokenization of stocks and bonds. Very interesting. Now, also, JP Morgan tokenized BlackRock money market fund shares last year to use them in its blockchain-based collateral management system. We already know that institutions are here. They're slowly but surely adopting this technology, and there's a few other major players as well around tokenization, even with Hedera, right? We've talked about with Hedera, they actually talk about Aberdeen in this article. We see major adoption on this front, and it's not going to slow down. It's only going to accelerate. In fact, Australian Stock Exchange just recently announced that they are exploring tokenized asset listing. This was back in June. I would argue that we're probably going to start to see them embracing tokenized asset listing, and then they will start to tokenize certain things within the exchange. These exchanges are going to go digital, right? Like tokenization of exchanges is happening. We also see over here, Bank of China's BOCI issues tokenized securities on Ethereum in Hong Kong. And then the big news. The London Stock Exchange Group plans to offer blockchain-powered market for traditional assets. Now, once I seen this announced, guess what I thought about? Allianceblock. For the longest time, we know that Allianceblock had a partnership with the London Stock Exchange Group. Here you guys have it on their website. And this is under decentralized tokenized markets. They empower businesses to tokenize assets and compliantly issue, manage, and trade in an inclusive financial ecosystem. And this report was pretty big. I broke it fully down within the Crypto Wealth Network, and I also posted it over on Patreon. But if we actually look at here, there's a few quotes that I personally want to note. The big one was, the company has reached an inflection point, having examined the potential for bringing traditional markets to blockchain rails for nearly a year, and has now decided to take plans forward. The idea is to use digital technology to make a process that is slicker, smoother, cheaper, and more transparent, and to have it regulated. This is going to be big. All right. And as we look at the future, it is blockchain, it is digital assets, it's DLT. This report on the same subject actually noted a few things. So first off, they mentioned how it's in its early stages. They also mentioned 6 digital exchange here. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about 6 digital exchange SDX here in a second. And we also see down here this direct quote, which I included in a video recently with XRP. They're essentially talking about how they want a global platform that allows participants in all jurisdictions to be able to interact with people in other jurisdictions, completely abiding by rules, laws, and regulations, potentially multiple jurisdictions simultaneously. And they want this to all be harmonized fully. It's a crucial thing to focus on harmonization. And this is a big deal to really kind of look at as well. Now, with Six Digital Exchange, we know that they're working with SBI, with Asia Next, which is a Singapore joint venture. And this is also going to be really kind of looking at international trading, but it started by targeting cryptocurrencies. But several stock exchanges already are progressing on blockchain and tokenization initiatives, as we do see in this report. And it's all centered out on DLT, really kind of DLT to DLT based exchanges or end-to-end exchanges, and also in other cases for post-trade. And it's all around DLT-based trade solutions. We see in Japan, JPX, the operator of the Tokyo Stock Exchange, announced plans to tokenize stocks by 2025. It has already been involved in a tokenized green bond issuance. SBI launched the Osaka Digital Exchange, which will start to trade at tokenized stocks soon. Again, like this has accelerated. Now, Six Digital Exchange, the interesting thing about Six Digital Exchange is we know that they're working with Quant. They just have not fully announced it yet. Going all the way back to 2021, Dread Bongo actually posted, Six Digital Exchange just posted a tweet talking about architecting the future in their transformation series. And look who they tagged, QNT. Also, here you guys have from October 19th, 2020, or 2022, sorry. Meet SDX, Quant Network QNT, and Super Oracles at the Future of Finance event and deep dive into the topic of security tokens, their use case for blockchain technology, and how they can transform the economics and the operating model of the securities industry. Again, like as we look at this, right, like they're not fully announcing that they're working with Quant, but they didn't have to. NDAs are in place. These are large organizations. SDX is a global initiative. Everyone should be looking into SDX. They are centered out on regulations around digital trading, settlement, custody infrastructures for digital assets. They have embraced this technology initially, and now they are focused on securities. The securities industry is massive. The DTCC settles $2.4 quadrillion worth of securities per year. This is big. This is big. And also, we know that Quant has been working with Allianceblock since 2018. We know that Allianceblock has a partnership with London Stock Exchange Group. This partnership, back in 2018, we do see here, it was to offer Quant Network's Overledger solution to blockchain projects and SMEs listed on the Allianceblock platform. They're pleased to announce that they are partnering with Allianceblock, an AI-powered decentralized investment and financing ecosystem which allows corporates to quickly, cheaply, and safely raise funds, whether it be equity, debt, or tokens. The new partnership solution also allows them to connect with a lot of those players within the Allianceblock ecosystem. And I think that this is going to unlock interoperability between not only different blockchains, but also different worlds. What do I mean by that? Well, the traditional world and the digital world, they're really kind of converging, and we need interoperability. We need a bridge. And I do believe that Overledger, being the world's first blockchain operating system, is not only going to connect them to one another, but it's also going to embrace the scale of a multi-chain world. This is big. And we see down here that we are excited to partner with Allianceblock so that we can jointly help foster innovation and expand the blockchain ecosystem. Our Overledger operating system and Sentry AML and KYC product can help new startups create products that weren't possible before. This will also allow Overledger to become a mainstream tool offering an easy access to blockchain and hence the democratization of blockchain technology. Allianceblock will use Overledger to leverage multiple blockchains and create multi-chain token swaps. This partnership offers the possibility to open a new set of real-world applications leveraging different features from different chains. So not only could the London Stock Exchange essentially utilize Allianceblock, but through Quant, we could also see the London Stock Exchange tokenizing specific assets, utilizing settlement tokens and things like that through other blockchain networks that are tied to Quant. And I've talked about all of the major networks that are tied to Quant. This is a domino effect. This is a network of networks being built here. This is the multi-chain future. This is huge. And also, here you guys have the partnership with Allianceblock connecting to the London Stock Exchange Group partner platform. Now, within this, there's a few quotes that I would like to go over. First off, we do see that the partner platform supports Allianceblock to provide innovative applications and services to financial markets. Like I said, embracing the DeFi to CeFi world. The London Stock Exchange Group's partner platform offers Allianceblock access to unique go-to-market resources and to help it on its mission to creating the world's first globally compliant decentralized capital market. Joining the partner platform enables Allianceblock to reach institutional clients over London Stock Exchange Group's global innovation network, a purpose-built network infrastructure to support financial service transactions. It also offers connected client community of investment firms, sell-side brokerages, data and technology vendors, the ability to access Allianceblock directly over their existing connections to the London Stock Exchange. And we even see a few quotes down here. If you guys want to really kind of read them, you guys are more than welcome to. But ultimately speaking, new digital asset classes are going to be created through this partnership. There's going to be a lot of bridging here, I think. And with Quant being exposed to this is also a big thing. But also remember, Quant is connected to Six Digital Exchange, which is also another major it's kind of right on the same par, right? And when we look at Six Digital Exchange and we look at the London Stock Exchange, well, both of these will need to be bridged essentially. How can they bridge both of them? Well, Quant is there. Quant is the facilitator of all of this. And also, when we look at Quant, here you guys have Quant. Here's a few, screenshots. This is Gilbert Verdian here. We see up here the names, the Bank of Lithuania, the Bank of Italy, the London Stock Exchange Group, and Quant Network. Over here, we have the same exact image, except just a little bit better. And here we have worked closely with the ECB previously as CISO responsible for the security of the UK's payments critical national infrastructure. The future is complementing the existing financial system with DLTs to innovate safely while maintaining market stability. Big thank you to UCL CBT plus Paolo Tasca and the ECB for inviting me to speak at the P2P FISY. Thoughtful discussions showing how much progress has been made by regulators and central banks to adopt blockchain and to power and evolve the new financial system. And we see over on the left, peer-to-peer financial systems 2019, decentralization and the European regulatory framework, how to find a balance in a dynamic environment. And on the right here, we also do see regulation automata. Regulators, or automata, hope that I'm saying that right, can create a new ecosystem, need to set blockchain standards and interoperability, need to reduce cost. Exactly why I established the ISO TC307 in 2015 and solved interoperability with Quant Network over Ledger. Again, like all of this is huge, and it's centered out on the new financial system that is going to be heavily dominated by DLTs, digital assets. This infrastructure is rising, and I do think that, like I said, Quant has direct connections with the London Stock Exchange Group. Allianceblock has direct connections with the London Stock Exchange Group. I think that these two are really kind of bridging the gap here. I also think that the Six Digital Exchange is another big one. Tokenization is in full effect. Major adoption on the institutional grade side of things is really kind of happening. It's accelerating and it's becoming a big deal. And if you're not focused on it right now, you should be, because everything of value will be tokenized eventually, in my opinion. And this could be, hundreds of trillions of dollars. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.